Good evening. I'm extremely proud to be part of the final award presentation of the night, though it does come with mixed emotions since Master Chief Goines could not be joining us. While Master Chief Goines is not present to receive the award, as Admiral Pottinger said, we will visit Master Chief Goines in Virginia Beach to present his award in person later this month, along with a video of the evening. We are grateful and fortunate that more than 20 SEALs came to join us to honor Master Chief Goines this evening. That says so much about Master Chief Goines, as well as the character of today's SEALs. We have asked them to come to the stage after the tribute video as a show of our respect and admiration for the Master Chief. Now, to officially begin our recognition of Master Chief Goines, it is my pleasure to introduce his award presenter, MCPON Jim Honea. MCPON Honea is the son of a retired Air Force major and began his own military career when he enlisted in the U.S. Navy in 1987. Rookie. He quickly distinguished himself as a great sailor and rose through the ranks. In 2009, he was selected to the Command Master Chief program and served as such aboard the USS Gridley, DDG-101, and the USS New Orleans, LPD-18. His shore assignments have included serving as the Command Master Chief of Naval Support Activity South Potomac, as well as tours as Command Master Chief of U.S. Naval Forces Korea, U.S. Naval Forces Central Command, and U.S. Fifth Fleet. He served tours as Fleet Master Chief of U.S. Pacific Fleet and as Command and Senior Enlisted Advisor of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. Our Navy and our nation could not be better served than by our current MCPON. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend and colleague, the 16th Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, Jim Honea.
Rookie, huh? Hey, thank you, MCPON Hurt, and good evening, everyone. Tonight we are gathered here together in a room full of esteemed members of Sea Services community, active, duty, and retired, flag officers and senior enlisted, spouses and other loved ones, with centuries of combined service among us. Yet we feel the absence of Master Chief Bill Goines. That feeling speaks the enormity of who he is as an individual, the history he made during his time in uniform, and the endurance of his example of core values, honor, courage, and commitment. In just a moment, we will take a look back at his life and career, and as we do, one clear message will ring out. Few individuals have been as worthy of receiving the Lone Sailor Award as Master Chief Goines. Bill was born at a time when our nation did not deliver on its promises of equality. Yet it did not stop him from delivering his all for the nation. Bill swore an oath of military service, determined to serve in some of the Navy's most unforgiving roles. And when he had the opportunity, he not only earned his place among the military storied ranks, he defined them for generations to come. Loyalty beyond words, courage beyond measure, and a warrior marked by excellence. His grit and resilience cleared hard-fought paths for African Americans who wanted to follow in his footsteps and serve our nation. And every sailor who is proudly pinned on that trident has risen to his standards. Our Navy and the nation has been stronger for it. Everyone, please, shipmates, let me have your attention to the screens as we pay tribute to Master Chief Bill Goines.
William Goines, or Bill, was born in 1936 in Dayton, Ohio. As a child, his family moved to Lockland, a suburb of Cincinnati, where he was raised with two siblings. His mother was a homemaker, and his father worked in the auto industry for Oldsmobile. Due to harsh discrimination, his father often had to change jobs and held a second job at a local billiards hall. Bill loved the water. Since black children were not allowed at the local public pool, he taught himself to swim in a nearby creek and river. While attending the all-black Lockland Wayne High School, he determined that he would join the Navy after watching the movie The Frogmen, which is about an underwater demolition team in World War II. After graduating high school in 1955, Bill enlisted in the Navy, starting an inspirational life of service, trailblazing a path for Navy SEALs and minorities. Initially, he was sent to Malta for an assignment before starting underwater demolition training nearly a year later. He was one of only 13 sailors who completed the arduous 3-week training course that began with 96 trainees. In 1962, President Kennedy established the first 2 Navy Sea, Air, and Land, or SEAL, teams. Team 1 on the West Coast and Team 2 on the East. Bill was one of 40 sailors selected for SEAL Team 2 and was the only African American assigned to either SEAL team. At the time, the mission of the SEALs was so secret that even the team members were not told what they were going to do until it was time to deploy. The first SEALs did not have specialized training. Instead, the emphasis was on combining all the best training from all branches of the military. Goines and others completed 43 different military schools, then used their new knowledge to create lesson plans for their fellow team members. His dedication to service contributed to the establishment of the Navy SEALs' unique training program. As the Cuban Missile Crisis began to escalate, Bill was among the SEALs selected as the first to go to Cuba. He was on a ship ready to go ashore when the invasion was called off. During the Vietnam War, Bill served 3 tours with SEAL units. Their mission was to conduct counter-guerrilla warfare and clandestine operations that were among the most perilous actions in Vietnam. He served 2 tours as part of 14-man SEAL platoons and another tour by himself leading a Vietnamese unit. Fluent in speaking both Spanish and French, he taught some of his Vietnamese interpreters Spanish for use in radio communications. He was planning to deploy on a 4th tour in Vietnam, but was reassigned to support operations in a Spanish-speaking country. In 1976, as a skilled parachutist, Bill joined the Shooting Stars Navy Parachute Demonstration Team, which later became the Leapfrogs. During his 5 years in this assignment, he completed 640 free falls and 194 static line jumps. After 32 years of service, he retired from the Navy in 1987 as a Master Chief Petty Officer. He received awards for heroism in combat, which include the Bronze Star, Combat Action Ribbon, and the Presidential Unit Citation. In addition, he received the Navy Commendation Medal and the Meritorious Service Medal. After retirement, he continued his life of service as he became Chief of Police for the school system in Portsmouth, Virginia, where he served for 14 years before retiring. After that, he continued to support our Navy by recruiting for the SEALs, speaking publicly across the country to improve diversity and motivate more minorities to join the Navy and try out for SEALs. For his inspiring leadership and accomplishments, Bill has been honored in the National Museum of African American History and Culture with a SEAL Team 2 plaque. Bill married Marie Davis in 1965. They currently reside in Portsmouth, Virginia. Bill was the first African American Navy SEAL, and through his grit, determination, and love for his country, he cleared a path for others to follow. He says that his most meaningful career accomplishment was attending 43 military schools, then using the most meaningful knowledge from those schools to train other SEALs. In recognition of his dedication and inspirational service to our sea services and our nation, the United States Navy Memorial presents the 2023 Lone Sailor Award to Master Chief William Goines.
In tribute to Master Chief Goines, please welcome members of the Navy community. Ladies and gentlemen, from Navy SEAL Class 217, please welcome Jake Swig.
So you guys can imagine the responsibility put on my shoulders by this group of stalwart warriors up here. And I didn't take it lightly, but my speech has changed about 4 times since last night when we got that awesome video, and I realized a lot of the stuff I was gonna talk about, Mr. Goines, Master Chief Goines, was already covered in the video. But from an inspirational standpoint, I want you to understand what stands on this stage right now, because it really talks to the testament of who we are as Navy SEALs, who we are as African Americans, and what it really means to all of us to come on his shoulders, right? Every one of us has stood on his shoulders because he instilled in all of us that we have to look out for each other, we have to give back, and his inspiration going forward has propelled a lot of us to go out there and continue his mission of trying to help people. On this stage right here, we have the 3rd Black Navy SEAL, we got the 3rd Black Navy SEAL officer, we got the 5th Black Navy SEAL officer, we got the 6th Black Navy SEAL. Do the math, folks. They're standing right here. It's only been about 50 years. Okay, I want everybody to understand that because it resonates with us. The Air Force has the Tuskegee Airmen. We have these individuals right here in the United States Navy. I'm gonna tell one story from an inspirational standpoint. A lot of times in our communities, we just have to see the picture to get the message. In this very city, Doug Williams won a Super Bowl championship a number of years ago for the Redskins. And now look at how many black quarterbacks we have in the NFL. Inspiration is a simple vision. And a lot of times from our communities, we don't have that vision. I give it to you here today, right here on the stage, 20 of America's finest African-American Navy SEALs and warriors and MCPON. On behalf of Master Chief Goines and his wife, Diana Marie, I want to say thank you. On behalf of these guys that granted me the opportunity to speak, I want to say thank you. And to everybody that served and will serve, we all have to stand as inspirations. We have to do our part to enable the next generation to be absolutely phenomenal, and we always have to build champions for life. Thank y'all.
I feel honored right now to be sharing just a few simple words as I look at to the stage left and look to my brothers as we served in arms together. I got 2 that I looked at that I went to Buds with. One was my roommate, and to see how they progressed in their career is nothing short withstanding. But what's interesting about our community is that it's built on legacy. It's built on proud and feared reputation of those that have came before us. I can't imagine what it was like for Master Chief Goines growing up and what he had to go through and what he had to strive for to get where he went and to go through the world's toughest training, BUDS training, SEALs training. But before there was the SEAL teams, Master Chief Goines was there. As a man with a green face in Vietnam, he built upon that legacy that we read about, the reasons that I came in the Navy. And I would say a lot of us staying on this stage came in the Navy, reading about the heroics and how they went against countless enemies behind enemy lines. Master Chief Goines is the inspiration of which our ethos is built upon. And as he fights right now, recovering from his stroke, he embodies our ethos around the perspective of the fact that when knocked down, he will get back up again. He will not fail. He will not fail because he's a team guy, and team guys are hard as nails. So thank you very much for just giving me a brief moment to share some thoughts on what it means to be a brotherhood in our community. We fight for each other, we bleed for each other, we die for each other. And that's the way it's always been within our community, and it's the way it will always be. So to Master Chief Goines, this award is well received and well overdue. God bless.